Alright, cool.
And it's all tied here in Los Angeles. And will return shortly. And DeAndre Jordan not a focal point offensively for this team, but is
I'm not really a big scorer for our team, but that's not my job. My job is to defend and rebound for our team. And, you know, I've accepted my role, and I feel like I'm, you know, excelling in my role.
Well, Jordan, a man who knows what his job is, and he likes his job, Clark, and does it very, very well. He is excelling.
Yeah, he is. He may not be the NBA's Defensive Player of the Year, but he is certainly the Clippers' Defensive Player of the Year. Jordan's become a defensive...
Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Cole Aldrich, he's checked in for Jordan. Pierce comes in for Blake Griffin. Green, he's checked in for Jamal Crawford. And it's Rivers in for J.J. Redick. We've got Green, Rivers out there with Paul. Then it's Pierce. And it's Aldrich in at the 5. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers.
You know, one of the things I think we forget about with Chris Paul is just how clutch he is as a player. I mean, hitting the go-ahead shot in Game 7 against the Spurs last postseason was a big reminder to everyone that this guy is clutch.
Los Angeles leading by 7. They set the pick. Jeff Green on the wing. Good, and Paul gets the assist. And that's now 6 points for Jeff Green.
And it seemed like they couldn't get anything to fall in that opening quarter, but you can just feel the momentum starting to shift.
Yeah, things are starting to look up. I mean, they're making amends for that slow start, finding a rhythm right now.
And talking about Paul and his ability to come up in the clutch, that Game 7 shot when he was playing injured against San Antonio, the defending champions, turned out to be the game-winning points. Remarkable play, remarkable series for him.
It was. You know, you could see him hobbling around out there and would have to miss games in that Rockets series, the first 2, if I recall. But that series is what Paul is really all about, Kevin. He is a competitor, first and foremost.
The baseline J. And the shot no good, a bit short.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him. But luckily, his teammates have picked up the slack.
And it's out of bounds. The Lakers able to retain possession here.
Risky pass in a situation like that. Very lucky that wasn't a steal.
Fortunate to get it through. I thought he was headed the other way with that one.
And the Lakers making a change here. Bryant's checked in. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Green with the block. Now here's Rivers. Tight defense on him. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. Los Angeles shooting their first foul shots of the night here.
And 75% on the season as a unit from the free throw line.
And guys, that's really an upgrade over how they shot last season. Not a huge upgrade, but an upgrade nonetheless. Steady work at the free throw line. Just what we're used to seeing out of him.
Here's Freak. Got it! He got it! Just in time. What a shot!
That's my second one of the game. Second buzzer beater of the game. Look at this. Pulls up. You see the clock 0.3, 0.1, 0, and it's in. Second one of the game, guys. Second buzzer beater of the game. 3, 2, 1, and end of the quarter. Boom.
And that's a big bonus for him to end the quarter as he just beats the buzzer.
That's superb clock management there, maximizing every second of the clock in that situation. Well done.
Now the second half about to start up and begin any moment. It's a big group substitution here for the Clippers. Cole Aldrich, he's checked in for Griffin. Pierce comes in for Green. J.J. Redick's checked in for Jamal Crawford. And it's Rivers in for Chris Paul. Big group substitution here for the Lakers. Brandon Bassett is checked in for Hibbert. Nance comes in for Julius Randle. Clarkson, he's checked in for Williams. And Freak subbed in for Russell. So the Lakers 5 right now. Freak in at point guard. Bryant is out there with Larry Nance. Then it's Brandon Bass, and it's Clarkson in at the 2 guard. Feeds it to Freak. Back to Bryant. The dish to Clarkson. From deep. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. They came away with the victory in their last meeting, which, by the way, was also in this building.
And the last time these teams met, it was a walk in the park, and everybody got in on the act. Their bench was spectacular in that win.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, the starters were extremely happy to get some rest and let the bench guys do the heavy lifting. Definitely a feel-good win for the team.
So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up. Quick hands and the ability to anticipate the opening to create a turnover, so valuable, especially for a guard, as we see 2 tremendous talents with their ability to steal that ball away.
You know, and John Stockton, the only player to have cracked the 3,000 barrier in terms of career steals. You ask the fans about Stockton, and it's his passing they'll remember. But if you ask the players he's played up against, they'll tell you it's his defense that was just as sharp.
There's a good screen. Short, and he jams it with authority.
Wake up, defense. Let's go. Come on.
Tonight, boy, they have been lights out offensively.
And there's no telling how big that lead's going to get. But again, it's just one game, but nonetheless a very impressive one, the way they've handled their business here.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Pass to Redick. There's the 3. That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
And there isn't a lot that they're doing well right now defensively. They just seem to be disconnected defensively in the second.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones, a long time without a basket.
They got to find something. You're right.
Really tough for this group right now, trying anything to stop the run.
And no matter what they've tried, it hasn't worked. I think they just got to slow it down.
Oh,
and
another one.
And not so.
Okay, so this will be the 3rd buzzer beater of the game. Now, it hasn't been finalized yet, but they're going to review it. So I'm just going to show you it right now. I'll show you it fully out so you can see the clock over in the middle left-hand corner. It's at 2 point, or that's backwards, I don't really know. Maybe you'll see it right here. It's 1.3. I'm fumbling the ball a little bit. 0.6, 4, 3. Oh yeah, I got it off in time. 0.2 seconds, or 0.3 seconds left when I got it off in time. And look, hold on. We're gonna zoom in a little bit. Triangle. I'm gonna go back. See my guy right here. See this? He's fumbling it right here. He's got 2 guys right on him. One guy kind of gets off of him. He turned. I don't know what he's doing over here. But yeah, anyway, I got kind of 2 guys on me, like 2.5. So we'll zoom back out. And then the buzzer goes off. I'm falling a little bit, stepping back. And do you realize where I'm at right now? Like, middle of, like, from the 3-point line to the half-court line. I'm in the middle of that, so like pretty much Steph Curry range. Steph Curry's a little bit farther, but I'm doing a little like fader right here, stepping back and just drain it. Like, yeah, lift my hands up. What's about it? Then you see Kobe over here. Kobe over here clapping. Oh hell yeah, he like, that's my boy. That's my boy. You know, making plays, bro. Making plays. Third buzzer beater of the game. 3rd one, guys. 3rd one.
Fast. The officials are going to check that shot again and make sure they got it right before we go to the 4th.
And the NBA Replay Center in Secaucus is queuing it up, and even before we look at the replay, I'm pretty sure he got that off in time.
Yeah, that's how it looked to me.
3rd buzzer beater in the game.
Here, but no harm in going back to the footage and making absolutely certain.
This one was from middle half court, so in between the 3-point line and the half court line. While I was stumbling for the ball, pulled it up and
And
drained
they've
it.
overturned the call. The replay was conclusive, and that one's going to count.
And Kevin, an example of why it's good to have replay. I don't know what kind of impact it'll have on the final result, but you always want them to get every
So
call
54 to
right.
66,
And
got
as
the
we end the
points.
third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Los Angeles on.
Alarms go off when I enter the building.
And we're getting underway here in the fourth quarter. The scoreboard tells the story of this. And Los Angeles with some changes. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Aldridge. Redick comes in for Jeff Green. And it's Rivers in for Jamal Crawford.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for the Clippers.
Mark, looking at both these teams, they're great rebounders, and on any given night, you might not know who would have the advantage
4,
on the board.
3,
Yeah, but they did a better
2.
job tonight. They made the most of the extra rebounds.
Wow, he wanted it and he got it.
Already, tonight's win will take their record to 50 wins, a big milestone here tonight.
And once they polish off this win, they'll be one more victory away from sweeping the season series.
And this isn't one of those mini-series either. I mean, this was a 4-gamer. As hard as it is to beat a team 3 times in a row, it's even harder to do it 4 straight.
And you have to look back at this and see the huge game it was for Jordan. He was really important under the basket, making the plays down low and getting position to pull in rebounds.
Inside, it's Griffin and Jordan. Paul out there with Rivers, and it's Redick in at the 3. That's who's out there for the Clippers. Lets it go from the wing. Jordan with the rebound.
Ill-advised shot there, Clark.
Yeah, exactly. That was lower than low percentage.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Kicks it to Paul. To the middle. Here's Griffin. And the bucket counts. And he's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a 3-point play.
And they're not finished just yet. They're going to make sure about this win.
Yeah, not taking any chances, Greg. This is how you close a game out. Textbook.
Here's Wirtz. Here's Freak. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
And how's that for some ups coming from that one?
Well, he is a rarity among NBA point guards in his ability to elevate.
Yeah, his athletic ability, guys, is really what takes him a notch above most players at his position.
So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
Yeah, they were clicking in every way. I mean, all cylinders go. No question about that. And once they pulled away, they didn't let up.
And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Chris, how does a win like
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Hey y'all, Ernie Johnson here along with Kenny Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome back for the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, DeAndre Jordan.
I said for a long time that DeAndre Jordan should be getting a lot more credit, and tonight we saw why.
And that brings us to the end of our broadcast.
Uh-oh. Here's my...
Hey, how are you?
Good to see you again.
My pleasure.
Great game. That's what I do, right? Yeah, you'd have a seat. Pagnotti.
How you doing?
Thought you'd be selling used cars by now.
Funny, comedian. I thought you would have invested in some new clothes, being a team owner and all. See, still rocking that Goodwill look.
Freak, what are you hanging around with this guy for? You know he's bad company, right?
We have no choice. He helps me pay the bills. Plus, our mother loves him.
Thank you all for coming by on such short notice. So you know why we're here, right?
Not really.
Want to negotiate an extension for Freak, right?
Since you mentioned it. Your client is quickly becoming a liability for this organization.
We've already put a plan in place that's going to address all your concerns and issues.
Let me finish. Thank you. Myself, the front office, and the coaches are not satisfied with the adjustments you've made in your life off the court. I personally warned you about the company you keep, and we're fed up with the late nights and showing up late to shoot-arounds and the bad press and incidents at the nightclub. I told you Vic was going to be your downfall, and I was right. Something has to change now, or we're not going to need your services any longer.
Hey, if this is about that Twitter stuff, Vic was playing. Okay, it was a joke.
It's not about that. It's everything.
Like I told you before, Vic is my best friend. I can't just cut him off. He's practically family.
Not really. What exactly are you trying to say?
I'm not trying to say anything, Don. I'm saying it. Freak and his friend Vic are a problem for me and this organization. And I called you in here to figure out how we all together can fix this problem. Right now, I'm only seeing one solution.
I agree that Freak may need to make some adjustments in his personal life off the court, but that's a learning process. We both know that. This almost sounds like a threat. And Don Pagnotti doesn't take too kindly to threats. Is this a threat?
Call it what you will.
We all know that Vic is a problem. The only person who doesn't seem to realize that is my brother. I'm sorry, bro, but enough is enough.
I don't have a problem with what you're saying. I have a problem with how you're saying it. Now, I know we can come to some understanding without all the ultimatums and threats.
Can we all come to a understanding, a compromise?
No. No more compromises. I already warned Freak. I told you, don't be a hero. Cut that zero. It's cut Vic loose, or we trade Freak. It's that simple.
Fine, we'll go sign with another team.
Good luck with that, Pagnotti. Because of Vic, Freak's reputation precedes him.
No, because of Freak's God-given talent, his reputation precedes him.
Everybody's been talking. Dom, you know how this works. This is not about you and me and our history. This is about your client. Help him.
You're talking as if I'm invisible. You're talking around me, about me, but not to me. Vic has always had my back. And I've given this team everything I got. I practice hard. I play hard. Yeah, some nights I got it, some nights I don't. Some days I might even show up a little late to shoot around. Every time I'm on that court, I've always given my best. And I see how it is, though. I mean, us players got to be loyal to you, but you don't have to be loyal to us players. Try to give me some father and son talk. Talking about how you love your players and how you look up for them. Come on, man. You trying to cut me off like you cut off Izzy. Don't you have people loyal to you no matter what? People you can't cut off? Well, that's me and Vic. Vic and me. Y'all insist, really. They can tell me stop hanging with Vic. What makes you think they won't tell me stop talking to you? You remember in 7th grade? Some guys were trying to jump me over some girl. Vic was the one to get some friends just to walk me home. When they came, we went at it, but I wasn't alone. When I got my scholarship, it was Vic who put the word on the streets that nobody should mess with me because I had a future. Vic was protecting me. And sir, I know Vic is crazy. But before all, the hype, the lights, media, fame, it was just me and Vic. He's always been there. I mean, if y'all don't like that, I don't know what to say.
It hurts me to say this, but I see his point. What you don't understand is that the league doesn't have your back anymore. Not like they used to. They try, but it's too much. Social media has changed everything. And this last incident with Vic, that was the final straw.
It was a joke.
It wasn't funny. You know it wasn't a joke. Vic was defending you, stepping in to protect your honor by attacking another teammate like that. Talking about his manhood, his wife, his kids, his family, so you can be the big dog on the court? It's uncalled for.
They all know your relationship with Vic, so they think it's coming from you.
Well, that's the media blowing everything out of proportion, as usual.
It's not just the media. He's attacking other players, other teams. He's out of control. Vic just doesn't know how to behave.
We got guys on our squad who don't want to be here because of that beat. There was no place for that kind of inappropriate behavior in this league. If you can't trust your teammates, who can you trust?
What Vic is doing isn't right. He's bringing you down. And people can see it. I see how all the other players are looking at you. It's not cool. It's not cool at all.
What, don't talk to him? Don't hang with him?
You do what you gotta do, that's your call. But let me tell you this. You asked me if I had friends that I couldn't cut off? Yeah, I did for a while. Friends, business partners, girlfriends, wives, family that I thought I couldn't cut off. But I learned that sometimes you gotta make the hard decisions. I mean, some of these people, they were just bad for me. They were bringing me down. They weren't making me better. They were good for the time that they were there, but I grew up. Not in age and maturity, but in mind and spirit. I was ready for the next level in my life. And I'll be honest with you, I've been on the receiving end of that. I've been cut off before myself. And yeah, it hurt at the time, but looking back, they were doing the right thing for me. Just don't tell my ex-wife that, Pagnotti.
So what's the next move?
The next move is Freaks. It always has been. Question is he ready and willing to do what needs to be done?
This is messed up.
You take a moment to think about it, but think long, think wrong. Snafu should be cleaned up a long time ago. With or without you, we got games to win.
Freak, you gotta handle your business.
Okay. You've all set up. You might cut me off as your manager, but I will always be your sister. Twin, this is on you. You might not like it, but I will respect any decision you make. Yvette, please.
Cece.
Yvette,
That's Dom.
I have him call you.
Why?
I'm gonna cut right to the chase. My brother is deeply in love. And I'm ready to put our differences aside if you will.
Really?
Unrestrained.
I'm with it.
Feel free.
Freak.
Alright, so if you're gonna be down with the team, I gotta show you the dap.
The dab. Okay. Go.
1, 2, 3, shoot, switch. Switch. Again.
Go. 1, 2, 3,
Switch.
okay. Like that. Yeah.
This is it. The last game of my rookie season. Kind of hard to believe. These 82 games have gone by in a blur. I know we're on the outside looking in when it comes to playoffs. But that doesn't mean I can't go out and give it everything I have one last time. So here goes nothing.
Thanks for tuning in to the NBA on 2K Sports. It's Wednesday, Hump Day, and we're ready to bring you all the action. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony with Doris Burke on our sideline. In the last meeting for these two teams, the Lakers came away. Lakers trail by 3. And so in the game for the Jazz, Shelvin Mack is out there with Exum. Then there's Alec Burks. Then it's Jeff Withey, and it's Booker in at the 4 slot. And that one's good. Freak. Last game for the Lakers, it was a loss to Oklahoma City.
And really, I just felt like they didn't compete, particularly on the backboard. Probably their weakest area in that game.
Well, they weren't doing their work early. They weren't carving out space for themselves under the glass. And guys just weren't working hard enough in my estimation. How in the world did they let him get that wide open?
For Los Angeles, they've gone 6 of 13 from the field, just under the 50% mark.
Boy, for Alec Burks, he really started to put it all together in his 3rd season. He doubled his scoring average, shooting percentage was up. Then last season, a strong start, but a shoulder injury cut short what I thought was going to be his best season yet.
Shot clock at 5. Pulls up on the wing. The rebound by Nance. The Lakers trail. And now go to Doris Burke, who spoke with Quinn Snyder. Doris?
Guys, with the season series at 1 and 2, they feel that they have seen what does and doesn't work against this team. Coach told me that playing patient and smart in their offensive sets was the big difference between their wins and their losses. If they can do that, he feels, they'll end the season with a series split. We'll see.
All right, Doris, thank you very much. And getting good shots, guys, creating those quality opportunities is something Coach hopes to see here early on.
And you know, it's really something every coach wants to see, but I know where he's coming from. I mean, they've got to be smart with their shot selection if they hope to win this game.
And you know, guys, getting that good shot selection is going to depend on their ball and player movement. I mean, they have to be free-flowing, not stagnant.
For Utah, they've gone 8 of 14 from the field in the 1st quarter. And Matt kicks to Burks. Here's Withey. No good on the buzzer beater. And so both teams trading buckets as we end the 1st quarter. It's the Jazz up 2. And we'll be back with you for the start of the 2nd quarter when we return. Well, at Kobe's age and with the 2 years worth of injury, both teams changing it up here. Lakers trail by 4, taking a look at the Jazz. Trevor Booker is out there with Alec Burks. Then it's Jeff Withey. Then it's Shelvin Mack. And it's Exum in a 2-guard. Burks in up top. 6 on the shot clock. Back to Nance. From the stripe. And the Lakers with another miss.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
All alone. And he hits the jumper for 2. Max got 5 points so far. So for the Jazz, their last game, a win against Dallas.
They drew a lot of fouls in that game, guys, and that was the one area that really stood out when you watched it.
Just lacked discipline defensively, Greg. I mean, that's why they got a lot of free points at the charity stripe.
Utah leading by 6. Right wing. Burks kicks to Exum. That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time. The Lakers shooting 33% in the 2nd quarter. The offense has looked crossed up and confused at times. And a wide open look for Freak. And it's off target. Not sure why he took that one. Here's Mack. He has 5. Exum dishes to Booker. Burks' shot is good. Burks has got his first bucket of the night.
Now that's where you like your shots to come from.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Sure could, Kev. I mean, too many empty trips. They need some points.
Got it. Nice one there from Exum.
And just a nice bucket there to really just sustain that lead.
Well, a few more possessions like that, and they'll do more than sustain the lead, Greg. I think they'll start to put this thing away by pulling away.
Cash with the screen. Stolen by Exum. There's the dish to Mack. There's a good screen. Pass to Burks. To the middle. And that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from inside the paint area.
There's got to be a wall of defense when it comes to attacking the paint. Plain and simple.
On the wing, Williams. Nance a screen. They need this. And good on the basket. Book it. Williams has got his second basket of the game.
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of it.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge, Greg. And when that's the case, you can mark those up for him.
And the first half is now in the book.
Your Lakers, 30. The Jazz,